I'm at the farmers market here. Can you tell us a little bit about your stand?
Sure, this is Janice with Wells Maple Farm, and we are an original vendor at the Troy Farmers Market. We've been here since its inception in the year 2000. So we make maple products, everything you can think of maple. We have syrups in amber, dark, and very dark. We have molded sugar, granular sugar. We have lollipops, maple cream, fudge, maple cotton, as well as popcorn.
Awesome. You're an independent maker, right?
Yes, we're a small business, private, family owned. My parents started the business over 50 years ago, and my husband and I are continuing it.
Awesome. Why is it important for small businesses to stick around and be supported?
Well, hopefully everyone, as it is at the farmers market, we're all small businesses, and hope people will continue to support small business, because big box is not the way to go. We're the heart of America, and we hope to continue, and if people don't support us, we will not be continuing.
So why do you stay in it?
Because I love it. It's something my parents started, and it's important to me to continue their legacy, and it's a wonderful product. I think people enjoy it, and it gives me great pride to provide it for them.
And then just in general, whether it relates to the farmers market or otherwise, what do you wish people would consider or do more often?
I think buy local. I think it's important to support your farmers, because without farmers, I don't think there's a future.
Can you tell us a little bit about your station here?
Sure. My name is Sue, and my daughter Heather, and we have Ruthie and the Misfits, which is a dog boutique. We hand make everything, all our clothes, and we started it because I love to sew, and we both love animals, and we also donate our proceeds every month to a different rescue group.
That's amazing. And so how long have you been doing this?
This is our little over a year, yeah.
A little over a year. Did you have experience with the farmers market before becoming a vendor?
No, I've come to the farmers market, but this is our first year doing as a vendor.
So you've attended as a customer?
Yes.
How was that? What do you like about the farmers market?
Farmers market, because there's so much to choose from flowers to produce to baked goods to handmade products. It's just a great day to spend walking around.
Obviously, you're an independent designer and maker. What keeps you going? Why do you stay creating and selling?
Because first of all, we love animals, we love creating things, and we want to build our business.
And then I have just a really broad general question for you. In general, what do you wish more people would consider or do more often? You can take a minute to think about it.
Be kinder.
And what does that look like to you?
People being nice, greeting people, saying hello, smile, hold the door, right.
Is there a certain way that people treat you that you wish they would do differently, specifically?
I don't think so.
I think sometimes we don't get the greeting that we would always think is nice. Like when people come up, they don't always say hello with a smile. It'd be nice if they did.
I'm Lavender, reporting for the Hudson Mohawk Magazine, and I just got a veggie Jamaican patty from a local Jamaican restaurant at the Troy Farmers Market. Can you tell us more about your restaurant?
Yes, we're First Choice Caribbean. We've been open at the restaurant for about 20 years, and we've been doing the market for about maybe 14 or 15 years. So we've been here for a long time.
Awesome. And what do you like about the farmers market?
The people. I love people. People are very nice, extremely friendly. So that's the greatest experience here, just the people.
Okay. And then broadly speaking, what do you wish more people would do or consider more often, just in general?
Honestly, I have no issues, so I can't even comment on that. I think for the most part, which I want is for those people to be nice, and my experience is I've never really had anybody mean, so I think people should just continue to be nice, and that's all we need.
Okay, great. And then if you're comfortable, could you share some more about yourself, some demographic information?
I am From Jamaica, I've been in the States for a long time. I just try to contribute to the community, and that's pretty much it.
So I'm here with Steve from the Troy Farmers Market. Can you tell us what your role is
Sure, I'm the market manager of the Troy Waterfront Market.
and what does that mean?
So, what does it actually mean to be the farmers market manager? Well, we basically pull together the market that you see on a Saturday. It's not something that just happens. We have a lot of work to do during the week and a lot of work to do between 7 and 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday that takes 5 or 6 city blocks that are some with parked cars that have to be towed, and then create a market where vendors arrive, they set up, and everyone starts to come to shop, and you think this has been here all the time.
So what is something that people might not know about a farmers markets and the setup of it?
Well, there's a lot that goes into setting up a farmers market. We have a lot to think about in terms of it's curated really. We have to think about which vendors go where, how they, who their neighbors are, how the customers might move through the market. How can we create spaces in the market that allow people to linger and not feel that they have to always move through from one to another. We want to sort of try and make it so that the vendors can actually get in at the beginning of the market. So that's a lot of thought goes into who needs what as they drop off. So and then that all starts right at the beginning of the season where we know who the vendors are, and then we know what space we've got, and then we go out there with a little measuring tape and a rolling stick that tells us how far it is, and a lot of tape and chalk, and we lay it out. And then the vendors come in and they set up, and we see how it goes from there. Make some adjustments, but we're always thinking about how to make it better each week, and you'll see little changes, little nuances that change, maybe with the flow, or maybe a barricade gets put up somewhere to make it clearer, or a new sign gets put out. So there's a lot of thinking that goes into make it a good experience for everybody.
And how long have you been doing this?
So I've been involved in the market as a customer since its inception, almost 25 years ago. I used to shop there on the waterfront, and I've seen it evolve, and I've been involved, as a member of some of the committees to help them select vendors and then work on development ideas. And then when the previous market manager resigned and got another job, I jumped right in and said, sure, I can do that. I just recently stopped working at the state, and thought it would be a good thing that I could do for the community and the market. And I've been doing it now for about 4 years.
Wow, that's nice. So you jumped right at the opportunity. So I imagine it's something you enjoy doing.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of satisfaction to take something and create an event that happens every week. We have a good staff. Erin, who is my assistant, is here during the week pulling things together, making it all work out. And then at the market, we have a number of people that have been with us, pre-COVID and through COVID, and they all know the vendors, they know the customers, they know how to make a market run. So the best thing that happens is if no one knows we're there, and the market just goes along, and everyone just see we're in the background.
It does seem pretty seamless. So props to you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
So why do farmers markets matter?
So farmers markets are very important for a number of reasons. The first one is that it provides a farmer a place to sell their produce that cuts out the middle person, that they get to just basically get out there and sell. And a lot of farmers like that. A lot of the merchants that we have there like that. They get to chat with their customers. They get to know them. They know what people want. And then they don't have to deal with the wholesale, or they don't have to deal with the distributors. They just come in and do their business and get on their way. So they like that. That's one thing. The other thing is that the Troy market specifically, and many others, are set up to try and bring farmers and fresh food and produce into cities. What they do is that they help bring in fresh produce to a city that might not necessarily have access to that produce. So we're able to serve that need in Troy. So that was one of the goals at the beginning of setting up the farmers market. As Troy has grown, we've grown with it, and we all work really hard to integrate the downtown stores into the market fabric, and we use all the historic resources that are there to make it a great place for people to come from all over the region.